Record. So good evening again. Trust you're all doing well. So yeah, I brought your sales data again. And one of the reasons I did that, or the primary reason I did that for this particular class, okay, two reasons. Number one, and the primary reason is that we have worked with this data set from the onset, and we are pretty conversant with it, literally bored of it. And if you listen, I had mentioned something about data analytics. So data analytics is not just about carrying out calculations and summing up stuff, but a key factor is what is tagged business domain knowledge. So what makes a really good data analyst or a data professional is one who understands the context of the domain he's working on, right? How do I mean? Like it falls under understanding context, right? So when you understand the end-to-end process of, say, a business or how something operates or how something works, right? You maybe you get to a company and you want to understand what this company does, how they operate. That's why you have the orientation induction when you just come to a company, what the company is all about, right? So when you have a good understanding of this, it helps you better understand the data you are working on and analyze the data. So I feel like we've been working with these data sets for so long, and yeah, you could literally tell all the columns or almost all the columns at your fingertip, right? And yeah, so if you're able to walk around a particular data set, you're able to transfer the skill set and the knowledge to another, right? So here we are, a data set. Today, we would, like I said, be going a step further into yeah, data visualization. Yeah. So data visualization and we'll cap it up with dashboard creation. Yeah. So a dashboard, I think I keep singing this dashboard, and some of you may not be wondering what this dashboard is. So in data visualization, a dashboard has to do with the organizing and presentation of data, like presenting of business insights in a summary form, mostly a one pager or stuff. Let me look for a quick example and show you all. Just like in a car, what does the dashboard do? It shows the summary of all that is in all that is going on, right? The speed, the temperature, the um, fuel quantity, and the likes of it. So in the same form, you have a dashboard that tells you what's, oh boy, it's pretty blurry. Okay. that tells you what the data set looks like. So something like this or this or this. So it's more or less the summary of data, and we will be looking into it today. We're going to start from there. There's still deeper aspects of pivots that we'll go into, right? So, but how the strategy I'm adopting in communicating this learning is more of how do I put it? One where you can hold on to something, say hold on to a learning. I'm trying to communicate this. If I'm going in exact increasing difficulty, it may get to a point where you feel you are not meeting up. Yes, so from strategy I'm trying to adopt is where it is sweet and bitter, sweet and bitter. So the highs and the lows until you're pretty much confident, right? So um, let's look at, let's try to analyze this data one more time. And then we create our charts, our visuals, and then we take it up from there. Remember in the data analytics process, let me look for that slide. I think that would help. 1 second. There we go. So remember the data analytics process, right? We ask, we identify the problem, we collect, we clean, we analyze, and we interpret. Analyze, interpret. Okay, that's what we're analyzing. So after analyzing, we share. Share. When you're talking of sharing, you're talking about data visualization to communicate your findings to your stakeholders so that based on the insights gotten, they can act on it, right? So data visualization is where we gonna find ourselves. So let's do some quick runs. We've done this a lot, so let us see what we can get from here. So I'm going to insert a pivot table. Let's get the total revenue by region. It's pretty much good idea to have in mind what you want to do. So have in mind what you want to do with your data sets. Rather the insights you want to get from there so that yeah, it's gonna pretty much be easy for you. In the sense that you know what you're looking for, and yeah, you just get on with it. Just like itemizing, oh, okay, I don't want to get the uh, revenue by region, item types, and the rest of them. So this is stuff we've already done before, so I'm just going to go ahead to do it. I want us to get into the visuals ASAP. I need to do this. Okay. The country of item type. It's been pretty long since I did a dashboard on Excel. So I can't wait for us to jump to Power BI. Sure you're all gonna love it out there. Sales channel. Oops. Channel. Please feel free to ask a question where you're not clear at any point. I'll be glad to assist. Okay. What other thing can we get from here? Uh, okay, other priority. Please feel free to assist. We've analyzed this data severally. What insights can we gather from there? Sales channel. The priority. Okay, so we have.
Sorry, please, can I ask a question?
Yes, sir. Please ask.
So, please, this order priority, what are the full meaning of this HLMC? Like,
I wouldn't know per se, but if we could logic it out, I would want to think high, low, medium. I still haven't figured out this C. But I mean, these things are usually all on the net, right? So let me quickly ask Meta. We live in an artificial intelligence age. So very good question. In a situation where you have maybe you're given a task like this, it falls under understanding context, right? Um, so um, it's good to ask whoever the people are, like whoever your shareholders are or the data handler, if it's a new domain to you to really understand it, that would help you. Ah, AI is telling me hazard life movement consciousness. Waiting be this. Okay, high, low, medium, and high value, low value, medium, and okay. Low value, urgent need, low value, low needs. Oh well, I mean, whatever the C means. But yeah. Okay, so we've created our pivots with this so far. Oh, I didn't do anything.
Maybe common.
I didn't do anything with total profits. But okay, let's just start with some visuals and then we can add the rest later. Okay. So this leads us to what we call pivot charts or pivot charts. Pivot charts are charts generated from pivot tables. Okay, so from these pivot tables, when you select a pivot table or click anywhere in the pivot table, you see these two options show pivot table analyze and design. If you click on the pivot table analyze, under tools, you'll see pivot charts. So you select pivot charts and it gives you different options for your charts. So for this, I'm going to select a column chart and I'll click OK. And here we go with our charts. Let me customize this chart. How do I do that? Just make it more presentable. So in a chart, you can literally customize it to how you want it to be. I don't need this legend, so I'll just take it off. In your chart, there is this plus sign here. It helps you navigate around stuff. If I click on this, you see different options. So under axis, I want to take away. Okay, let me add the chart labels. I usually would rather the chart labels stayed on the chart. So I'd select rather the data labels. I'll select data label. Since the data labels are on top of the chart, I would not be needing this axis. This is the y-axis, right? So I go to axis and take away the vertical axis. So I just have these figures here. The header would be pretty important so that it knows what you're showing. Here we have revenue by region. Okay. I don't need this button, so if I right click, I'll see hide all buttons on charts and take them away. And I think this looks pretty more presentable. I could take away the grid lines here. You see grid lines. If I uncheck, it goes away. There we have it. If you want to change the color, you can do that either from, when you select this, you see format at the top. You see shape fill. You can change it to whatever you'd want, whatever color you prefer. So I'm very bad with colors. However, I would leave this as this. You could also do that. You could also like change the style, walk around stuff here. You have different color themes. that you could play around. These options you also have them here under format. So it's the same thing format, right? Here you have the shape field, the shape outline. Shape outline is like the border lines. If I put a black, oops, no. I select, so this is what my focus is on. And I put a black shape outline. Notice there's a black border on it right now. If I don't want that, I just go to no outline. And here you go. So I could change, if I want this in, if I want to change the position of these labels, I select, I could right click and go to format data label. To my right, there are also different formatting options, right? You get a hang on them as you work with them. So under alignment, direction is horizontal now, left to right. I'd want to change it to vertical or slant. Let me see how it will look. Vertical. This way. This doesn't make sense. Stacked. Oops. I think horizontal would still be a better option. However, there should be an option to slant it. So let me try, yeah. So one could slant it this way. And if I expand this, it should be able to stretch. However, if I don't need it that way, I could reduce the font size of this so that it accommodates. It's on 9 now. Here we will do the job. So you do all that, you play around it in alignment. Oh, okay. We'll just stop there for this. We'll get back to it later. So the thing about visualization using charts and all is that when you're presenting your reports to the stakeholders, your boss, whoever, or when you're presenting your reports, to representing it to, the goal should be at first glance, it should communicate the message, right? So if you're looking at this table, you probably take an extra second to, or some extra seconds to like get the gist, especially if it's not sorted. However, looking at this at first glance, you could see the trend, you could tell the highest, you could see the value, you could tell the lowest, right? And also that is the beauty and the objective of data visualization. Simple as that. Okay, we'll get back to that. Next, we have the country. Okay, and then there's a whole lot of countries here. So typically, when you have a whole lot of data, really nobody wants to see everything, right? So your aim is to show the top performers. Perhaps there could be need for the lowest performers too. So I'm going to do this, where we're going to take the top 10 performing countries and the bottom 10 performing countries. So that would take us to filtering in Power Pivot, in pivot tables rather. Filtering. Okay. So if you come to pivot table and you want to filter the top 10, you want only the top 10 countries here. Just call it top 10 countries. By revenue. Okay. Let me just. Oh, my tool. Okay, so if you come here and you right click, is it right click? Yeah, you click on the drop down here. You'd see value filter. Okay, so you see filters, basically value filter has to do with filtering by, sorry, label filter has to do with filtering based on this colon, the names, maybe filter based on rows that contain or begin with da 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 da. But since we want to get a filter based on the values here, we'll go for value filter. So you see equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, and all the options. But here we want to pick top 10, right? Here you see an option top 10. So if you select top 10, you select top 10, this pop drop down box comes up and you see top. You have the option to choose top 10, you have the option to choose bottom, change it to bottom, top 10. You could change it to 5. You could change it to whatsoever number you want, right? So we'll go for top 10 items, right? So here you have the options. Do you want it top 10 items? Or how do you want this cumulation? Items, percentage, some, I'm not sure right now. So items are the countries here, right? Then by total revenue, that's what we have here. So if we click on OK, it filters just the top 10 ones. So basically top 10 for us. These are the top 10 countries by revenue. We come and we paste. Oh boy, no, I shouldn't have pasted as values. So if I come here and I want the bottom 10, I'll come down and clear. Now come to the filter again, go to drop down and go to value filter. Same top 10, and this time around I'll change it to bottom 10. Items by total revenue. And then we have our bottom 10. So it's been a while, out of curiosity. Okay, this is top 10, I'll change it to bottom 10. So let's see what happens if we change it to, I mean, if we use the sort by percent. I'm pretty not so sure what, I can't remember really where those fall in. If anybody knows, you could tell me. Percent sum and pretty not blank on that right now, but items is our focus. I'll probably check it and get back to you all on its application. Yeah, so we're looking for bottom 10 here by revenue. So there we have it. We have our bottom 10. So we could sort this from smallest to largest. So it actually gives the bottom vibes. This is the Kuwait has had the lowest revenue, followed by whatever, however this country is pronounced, New Zealand, Slovakia, and the rest of them. Okay, so let us do our visuals for these two. So I select my pivot, just click anywhere, go to pivot, analyze, and select pivot chart. What chart would be ideal for this? I would say a bar chart. Okay. So I'm going to remove all buttons from this chart. I'll take away the grid lines, and I'll take away the x-axis. I wouldn't be needing it. I think the x-axis, so on that axis, that's the horizontal axis. We wouldn't be needing this. So I'm going to add the data labels by this side. I think the data labels being by this side pretty much communicates at a glance what the values are. Now here it would be nice to have this sorted from largest to lowest. So I could come here. I think so this chart works in reverse order. If your pivot table is sorted from largest to smallest, it goes the other way around. And from smallest to largest, it now comes up to make more sense. Strangely. Yeah. But there's some way you can work around it. I'm just gonna call this top 10 countries by revenue. Let me see if I can quickly figure that out. So there is an option where you can sort. That should be under text options. Okay. I wouldn't want a drag on that right now. So I will get back to us on that so it doesn't slow us down. So these are the top countries. I'm going to change the font under format. I'm going to change the shape field to, oh no, not field, rather. So for this, it is not field. Oops, it's going to be shape outline. That's strange. No. Okay, sorry, you have to select the shape, the items, go to shape field and use green. I'm building this guy. Like I said, I'm not the best with colors, but I mean, eventually find my way around it. So for the bottom 10 countries, By revenue, we'll do the same thing. Insert, pivot charts, bar charts, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay, this same. And I'm gonna remove this height field. I'm also gonna take this away. Take the green lines away. Okay, reduce this. I'm going to insert the data labels. So it's showing from biggest to smallest. I would want it from smallest to biggest, so I'm just going to sort this from largest to lowest, so it just comes in the reverse order. I could just copy this. I don't have to type it again. Bottom 10 countries. I could put this as red on that format, or something like that. I'll just keep this here for now. Don't worry, we're going somewhere. You're going to see. Wait for it. So we've done our charts for this. And then let's have a look at this. So we have our item types. There are 12. So what do we do? Do we do top 5 sellers? Or yes, by the way, there's this other feature where you can have recommended pivot tables. You select, oh, this is for pivot tables rather. Oops, yeah. So that doesn't apply to. I thought recommended pivot charts. In under inserts where you have charts, you have recommended charts, right? So recommend charts for you. I guess for actual charts, I don't know. So back to this, we go to our pivot tables and pivot charts. And what other chart should we use now? So I guess maybe I'd see what we can do, looking at the best charts for different scenarios. We're going to explore that. Should I use a pie chart for this? Okay, doesn't look so bad. So I just use a pie chart for this. Yeah, remember the goal of data visualization is communicating the message at a glance, right, without stress. So whoever your stakeholders are, I'll just add the data label. Oh, so this is a lot of data. So we can choose to just put percentage rather than have all this data. Or we can change the format actually. We can change the format of the data to millions. So if you go to the plus, you go to data labels and you click on more options, it brings the label options. Under number, you could change the format of your data set. Oops. You could change the format to maybe millions. Let me see. So dollar this hash 0.00. So I could just take this off. Not sure if it's gonna work. Source. Okay, I think I have this all mixed up right now. Formatting, not currency, system. Okay, so I'm just gonna figure that out so and get back to us. Okay, this takes away the decimal places. Yeah. So anyway, that reduces, the aim is to reduce this maybe to M. I can't just place it right now. But I'll show you how to do that. Anyways, coming back up here, we could choose to we could select what we want to show, like percentage. We want everything, values and percentage to have that. Oh boy. So the format is wrong. Format percentage. So this could tell what percentage whatever was. I think I could choose to add the values. The category names. And then maybe take off the label, the legend. Yeah. So at a glance, one can see that the top sellers were cosmetics, office supplies, household supplies, and baby food, and so on and so forth. I'd call this revenue by item type. Oh my God, I think my naming convention has been wrong. Revenue by region. Is it revenue by region or region by revenue? Who can help out? I don't know. I'm quite countries by revenue, revenues, countries by revenue is about right. So this is region by revenue. Yeah, I'm arranging the region by revenue. Is it revenue by region? God, yeah, I'm pretty confused right now. Yeah, so please, I'm open to be correct, to be told. James, you want to help out? Bring it on. He muted his mic.
So I think it's regions by revenue again.
It's correct.
Please, so item type by revenue.
Okay, it's not revenue by item type.
No.
Okay, thank you. All right. So we have item type by revenue. Okay. So our next visual, Go to our pivot chart again. Yes, so this could work. However, we could also use a donut chart. But in most cases, we want to use a donut chart when we're going to put something in the middle, maybe the total, then this other one, this percentage, this percentage. So for sure, I just use it. So you can expand the size, you can reduce the size of the donut. If you select the donut, you could go to donut implosion, donut size, whole size, and reduce it however you want. Then sometimes this is pretty cool when you can split the donuts, right? And yeah, add your data label. You position it to be outside. Why is it here inside? Okay. Maybe it doesn't want to go out for some reason. So I could take off the data field. It doesn't look so nice. Perhaps I'll just take off the inflation and leave it this way. Yeah. Looking pretty more decent that way. Not feel. Okay, so we'll call this sales channel. So I would want to put revenue by sales channel, but then we're showing percentage of revenue. I don't know if it still counts. So what do we put? Well, for now, let's just put by revenue. Or rather by percentage revenue, correct. Wisdom. Okay, there we go. Okay. So we are down to two. Let us, yeah, I've been looking forward to this. So for this, we are gonna use a line, oh boy. Bar charts is about right. But then I'm just gonna use a line chart because we have to put a line chart in this visual. I mean, why not if not? So yeah, so say you created a chart and it's not giving, and maybe you just want to like change the chart type. You could right click on your chart and then you see change chart type. You select it and then you can select some other chart type. Yeah, I really wanted those with these markers. Yeah, so I just select this and sorry about that. So I just select this and there we go. Okay. Okay, so I don't need this. Height. So I feel like if I added the data label, yeah, it's gonna be pretty rowdy. So I think for this, I'm just gonna leave it like this. Here we're just going to see the trends. And notice that it's not in, well, it's sorted from largest to lowest. No, when it comes to dates, you basically want to sort in order of occurrence, right? From the oldest to the newest to see the trends. This makes more sense. So year by revenue. This is so wrong. This is revenue by year. It is revenue by, or maybe it tweaks between, maybe it's contextual. Region by revenue is so wrong. It is revenue by region. Like, what revenue? My goodness. Why is English like this? Revenue by region. See, revenue by revenue. What revenue was made by which region? Yeah, I think that's the logic. I feel that feels right. Countries by revenue, revenues by God. Oh my God. Let's just leave that. So I think it's contextual. Item type by revenue. Sales channel by revenue, percentage revenue by sales channel. Yeah. Listen, what did you tell me? Why did you mislead me?
Um, oh, sorry.
No, tell me, please.
Okay, so I think Dami already asked the question. I wanted to ask the same question. The lines, but he has dropped the same question in the
Yeah, just what?
chat.
Sorry, I didn't. I heard the lines and I didn't hear. And
Okay, so I said the same question I wanted to ask. Dami has dropped the
oh
question.
my goodness. Okay, on the charts. Okay, is it right to take off the grid line from line charts? It's not wrong. It's not a wrong or right thing. It's basically what works for you. Looking at this, it may not really make much sense just looking at it, except if it's like an overview thing. One could just say, oh, we had higher sales in just looking at the sales trend, right? But the grid line helps in mapping the charts or the line charts to the actual values, right? So it makes more sense having the line charts here, if you'd ask me. But in some contexts, situations where one is just about the trends, just looking at not necessarily the figures, right? Just the trends. And it may not be required, but I think we're just going to leave this here. It makes more sense. I could even add the minor horizontal lines. It's easier to map. If this is, increase this. So if this is 30,000, rather $30 million, and this is $35 million, and we have a separation of 1, 2, 3, 4. These spaces, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means this should fall under as a midpoint. Well, if you click on it, 31 million, 31.8, so basically 32 million. So 30 million, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Makes sense. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Okay. So each of them represents 1M. Yeah. But no, please, I'm going to take off the minor axis. It's not given. Yeah. So revenue by year, year by revenue. Yeah, revenue by year. So lastly, we have the order priority. And pivot chart And what do we use? Pie chart is just to, I mean, that's pretty close, so it doesn't really communicate besides the H priority. So area charts. No. So anyone suggests for me? To me? What chart do we use? So it's open. Nobody will say anything. So just to point out, sorry, I should use the colon, right? Thank you,
Yes,
Jerry.
please.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, most times at best, it's best to keep it simple. Wanted to mention, guys. So pivot tables and pivot charts have limitations. There are some visuals that do not work with pivot charts. Like maps, you can't use maps with pivot charts on pivot tables here. You can't use pivot table data on charts. Stock and mostly these new guys, Sunboss, and these are like pretty nice charts to use. I'm going to show you some of them. Funnel charts, yeah, it's really like cool stuff. However, it's sad that you can't use them. Charts. But then you can use a combo chart. So I'm going to create a chart. I'm going to create a visual that where we can use the combo charts just for the learning. So I'm going to add the so this is total revenue. Let us add total profits. So our pivot table. So we have total revenue and we have total profits. Nice. So perhaps let's summarize profits by percentage of grand total. So summarize by, or rather show value as percentage of grand total. This would, yeah, we'll have this way. So let us use a combo chart for this. Pivot chart, and we go to combo, and it's already suggesting stuff for us. So here you have to select the secondary axis, which would select line for the profits, and I hit OK. So there we have it. I don't need these buttons. Let me insert a title. Let's add this title, chart title. I'll call this revenue and percentage profits. By region. And this is pretty much like relative insights that one could be looking out for. I mean, in this domain, looking at revenue, also looking at profits. In the end, the purpose of any business is to maximize profit, right? So you could also change the position of your legend. This is called a legend. So legend, you could put it at the bottom. Gives you more room. Yeah. And if I select this, I can add the data label for it. That makes more sense. And I can choose for the data level to be on top. Yeah. And all that. Change the color to, please forgive me, I am not the best with colors. Okay. So there we go. Since the line is orange, I think it will make more sense keeping this orange-ish. Okay. We didn't create our other priority guide. Yes, Dami, please ask your question.
Yes, my question is regarding the percentage profits
Oh, yes, tell
that
me.
you use. So, I think percentage profits is like when we do the cost divided by the, and when we subtract cost from, um, like, and the
Total cost
profits
from
made,
total
then
revenue.
yes, so we get the percentage. But this
Yes, sir.
percentage profits here is like the percentage that each, like, percentage from each region. So it's not like exactly representing percentage profit.
Hmm. Percentage from each region? No.
Yes, like it's
Okay. Oh. Okay, go on.
like what I'm saying is like
Yeah.
percentage profit is like when you subtract the cost and the amount you sold it, so you get like
Mhm.
how much percentage of the cost was the profits made. So like this one is not like exactly what it is here. It's just like
Okay, so
this one is like
okay.
this one is like the distribution of the profits across different regions by percentage.
Okay, so what difference does it make?
I'm
What's the
just saying like
difference?
it's not
What is the difference between the distribution of the profits across regions and the profit made by the regions?
I'm just saying like it's not like I don't know if you guess it's not like exactly percentage profit.
Okay, let's look at this. So from our main data set, we have total profit, right? No, don't mute your mic. Let us interact.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, so we have total cost here and we have total revenue, right? So total profit is what? The difference between the total revenue and total cost, right?
Mm-hmm.
So total revenue minus total cost will give us this, right?
Yes.
So that's our total profit.
Yes.
If we do a drop down, it's pretty much the same thing.
Yes. I don't think you guess my question.
I don't get your question. So now it's
Ye-
mapped to different regions,
Mm-hmm.
right? And if we do a pivot table, so let me remove the summarization now. Let me no calculation. So we do a pivot table and then we add it to the region. So this is the total profit made from each region.
Yes.
Yes. So now based on this total profits, I summarize, or rather I show value as the percentage of the grand total. So this is the total profits. So total
Mm-hmm.
profit is 44, right? Total profit is $44 million, right? So when you're
Yeah.
summarizing a column by the percentage of the grand total, this is the grand total, that's the total profit. So
Mm-hmm.
what percentage of the total
Of the
profit,
total profit
yeah,
is from
is sub-Saharan Africa? Is from from the different regions basically, and that's what this
Mhm.
does, right? So
Yeah.
there, so what help me understand again? I just need to recap that so that we're on the same page.
Okay. So I'm seeing total profits, like percentage profits. Like the formula for that is your cost price minus that's basically your revenue
Okay.
divided by your um
So
cost price, then times it by 100. That's to get the percentage. So I'm saying like the total profits made by each region. Like you want to calculate it as a percentage of the total
it's supposed to be
cost.
a
So like,
percentage of the total cost. Like
yes,
so
that's what I'm saying. Like if I want to calculate the margin, like
percentage profits. No, that is wait,
yes, that's
are
what I'm
you
saying.
talking
That's what
about
the percentage
are you
of.
talking about profit margin or you're talking of percentage profits? So the idea behind this one is of all the profits gotten across all the regions, what percentage of the total profit came from each of the regions? So the profits,
Um, maybe we
sorry,
have different
sorry.
definition. I'm saying like maybe we have like different definitions of what percentage profit is, but like I'm saying like it's like
Okay.
the margin, like the difference between the cost and then the revenue got to
The difference between the cost and the
like
revenue.
what percentage of the costs were you,
Okay.
for example, let's say
I feel like you're mixing up
revenue
profits
over
with profit margin.
okay.
Yeah. So
So can profit margin like be calculated in like percentage too?
yeah. Or can it? I don't know.
All right.
So we're talking of profits. Okay, so I'm just gonna like read this out so that it's not like it's coming from my head. Um, okay, I'll just copy it and paste on the group chat. I mean, so that we can all learn from it. Right. Credits to Meta AI. So I'm promoting AI this class. Perhaps I should just also paste it here and we can read through. So profit refers to the total amount of money earned by a business after deducting all expenses, costs, and taxes. It's the bottom line figure that shows how much money a business has made. And profit margin, on the other hand, is a percentage that shows the proportion of revenue that is converted into profits. It's calculated by dividing the profit by the revenue and multiplying by 100. So that's the profit
Okay.
margin. Yeah. So for example, if the revenue is 100 and the profit is 20, but then the profit margin is 20 divided by this times 100, 20%. So in this example, the business has a profit of $20,000 and a profit margin of 20, indicating that 20% of its revenue is converted into profit.
Okay, so in other words, a profit margin can be calculated with percentage,
Yes, it
right?
can. I
All right.
mean,
And percentage profit is different from profit margin.
yes. I mean, that was clear from the
Okay.
onset. Yes. Yes. Profit margin is percentage profit is different. Yeah.
All right.
So in this context, I think it's from the total revenue. Out of total revenue, what percentage is when the
Okay.
profits? There's a difference between the total, the cost price, and the Total revenue. Yeah, we have many salespeople here that, I mean, people in that industry that may be laughing at me inside their muted mics. But yeah, this is good learning. So thanks for the question.
Yeah.
Please, if anybody has any other insights, please bring it up. I even forgot. I should have thrown the question to the house. Okay. Thank you, T, for that contribution too. So we'll just quickly add these other charts and be done with it. Revenue by order priority. We can insert our data label. Okay, that should be somewhere here. Okay, so we have our charts all created. Now let's do something. First, I have a task for everyone. I'm not gonna write this down, so please let's take note of it. Okay. So these values that we have in millions, like the full everything, I want you to customize it, to format it, number formatting. It's pretty and easy learning. Check online and come back. Format is such that rather than have 48.7 million, we have something like 49M. 36.6, we have 37M USD and all that. So we have that. So it reduces the cluster here. And I mean, in most cases, in reporting, in visualization, the full thing, it's really not necessary for you to have everything spelled out. Remember, it's a summary. So 33 makes sense, or however, and it reduces the clustering, right? All this, you could have them in millions or thousands. And the likes. James, yes, please, tell me. You want to show us the road?
No, sir. So, sir, what they are saying is we should approximate to the nearest whole number.
No, it's nearest whole number will just take away these two decimal places here. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying format it such that if it is stuff like this, it's going to show 48M. So format it such that you have like two numerals. If it is billion, it should show, yeah, I mean, so just summarize it to the nearest million. With 2 digits. I don't know how to put this, but literally like what I showed, $40, $48M, $37M, and likes. So rather than have this, let it show. So it's basically a cell formatting, right? If you right click and go to format cells and go to custom, it's a custom feature, which I do not know why I have. It's lost. I've lost it in my head. Okay, if I take away a hash and try this, didn't work. So I think I'm mixing it all up.
Hello, sir. I sent something on the chat. I don't know if you can check it with regards to that formatting.
Oh, really? You did? Oh, nice. Nice. Cool. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna try it out. Please, when you send stuff in chats, I think it's pretty much better for you to just mention it because I may not notice. Okay. Hey, welcome Jeremiah. Well done. So
It
it's
didn't work.
so yeah, so something like that. Please let's figure it out and do and submit. Yeah, so you're gonna replicate everything we've done in this class and submit by Saturday. However, rather than have the millions, let it be M. Like I say 48,749,546 naira abi dollars 0.00005 cents. You're gonna say 48 abi 49 million. 49M. That's what I want to see in the visuals. Yeah, you know how teacher that year, when they don't know something, they'll give it to you as assignment. That's what I'm doing. I don't even have shame. Okay. So going on, going forward, I'll just change this sheet name to analysis. And then I would okay, I open another sheet and I go to view. Under view, there's something called under show grid lines. I will take it off and you have a blank sheet. Now I come and I bring my charts, just my charts here. So revenue by region, like this is here. Wait, we can quickly check this stuff. 1 second, guys. Um, 1 second, I'm with you. Format, formatted change. Okay. You know, as this guy is something, there'll be to be telling you so much stuff. Okay, I think I have seen it. I think I have seen it. I'll probably not tell you what it is so that you still find it out yourself. Um, so if I come here, come and say, let's say, oh yeah, I got it, got it. Um, so this can come back to its 0 degrees right now. Oops. So Control X, I'm just gonna take them out of there and bring here. So we have original sales. Oops. So at top trees. Oops. These ones are pretty low. I think there should be another function for like thousands. Oh yeah, so what makes the difference is actually the commas. So I format this at custom. I do this and take away one comma. But this is not in millions, this is in thousands.
Put K instead. K.
Yeah, K instead. Ah, Jeremiah, your head is on fire. Sharp guy. So why did you not bring the other one before? Oh my God. Okay. So here we go. Yeah, so I feel like for this one now, we could actually, this width is going to be like 0. But pretty much we could use this. And we could change this to, this could actually be in 1 decimal place. Yeah, this makes sense. So I could change this to the values and take away the percentage now. Probably take away the oops, what's going on? Oh, the value is funny. Let's try something here. Okay, so I'm just going to link it with the source. Yeah, and use a legend. Oh, legend key. Okay. So I'll take away the names from here and probably just add the names to add the legend. So it shows the names here. I don't think the legend key is necessary. So I'm just gonna remove legend key from the label. There we have it. Come here and we paste our data. Sales channel. What else? Next was, yeah. So now that we have this, we could actually think I'd want to use this Map Painter. This guy's okay. Nice. So it helps for better visuals. So with this, I think I could just add the data labels because I don't want it to be so clumsy. And I could take away the, I don't know, I have a theme for. Yeah. So with this, we could take off our grid lines. It looks pretty empty, right? Okay, I'm just gonna add the grid lines for dummy. I mean, everything doesn't have a grid line. It doesn't all have a grid line, so let's just manage. So it's not the odd one out. How many videos do we have more? 2 more, okay. And there we go. Doesn't have to be. Okay, there we have it. Just say you made a presentation of this somewhere and maybe to the shareholders. I mean, isn't it beautiful how you transform all this data into this? Right. I think it's pretty awesome. It easily communicates the message. So at first glance, I am seeing, oh, revenue by region. Sub-Saharan Africa had the highest, made the highest revenue, while North America made the lowest revenue. And then I look at the top countries by revenue, Honduras and the lowest countries. I could easily see the top item being cosmetic, and yeah, so you can do some really cool stuff with these guys. Yeah. So the top items being cosmetics and right. So it easily gives you the business insight of what you are. I mean, your top sellers, right? Sales channel, you see that offline sales were more. Revenue trend, you're like, oh, I had my highest sales in 2012, right? As a matter of fact, um, data analysts in the house, one of the objectives of data analysis is to drill down into data, right? So task number 1 is to replicate this, right? I've made it easy for you, so I'm sure if you watch the videos, you'll be able to see the formula and how we got the 13M. So replicate all this. Secondly, find out why 2012 has the highest revenue compared to other years. What made the sales spike? Yeah, investigate into this data set, right? So this, at a glance, I'm seeing the trends. I'm seeing that all sales dropped relatively significantly from 2013 down, and then skewed 2015, 2016, and came up a bit 2017, that kind of thing, right? Okay, so then revenue by other priority. I basically just stretched this so that it would fit into the whole sheet. So they don't all have to be equal sizes. They just have to be really presentable. These sheets, working with PowerPoint, you could as well make presentations with this, where you copy this out, copy this table, and blank, paste. Oops, what have I done? No. Where's the chart? So if I copy this and come to say you're making this presentation on a, what do you call it, spreadsheet, in a PowerPoint presentation, and this new feature in Office 365 makes it pretty good for you. Probably is in Office 2024. I haven't tried on 2021, so I can't tell. It's a feature called Designer. And let me just put random slides. Then you have options, make it really good and presentable. Wow, you're in the presentation and you're showing this. So this is a trend from 20. I mean, Sub-Saharan Africa had the highest sales and North America the lowest. And then you go on to show the yearly trend between 2010 and 2017. 2012 had the highest revenue significantly due to so and so, and then the drop due to so and so. So that takes us to assignment number 3. What significantly happened in 2012 that increased the sales, the revenue, and then what led to the decline in the sales subsequently? I'd like to see what you figure out. Then we go on with the trends, other priority. Oh, so here we could see that we make our highest revenue from high priority items and lowest from the C, whatever it is. Yeah.
I think that is just common.
Common, right? Yeah, that's why it's lowest revenue. Okay, so yeah, here we see a trend between revenue and percentage profits. Please, Dami, in your own assignment, I want to see percentage versus profit margin. Okay, specifically for you. Yeah, in fact, everybody, please, rather than, in fact, there should be percentage profit and then there should be another one for profit margin. I'm pretty much interested in seeing that, but thinking about it, because it's really okay. That's fine. So this is basically we pasting what do you call it, charts here and all, which is pretty nice. As we progress, we're going to see how we customize charts, customize the background, and make it really presentable and interactive, dynamic. We're going to look at how to use slicers. There is something called slicers. I could quickly show us slicers. Slicers are like filters. So if I click on this and I if I click on this and I go to pivot tables, here I see insert sliders. So sliders and timelines. Sliders are like filters. So say I want to filter based on what? So let me say based on the year. Okay. So if I come here, I paste it here, I select, you see this particular chart is selecting based on the year, right? But the others are not because this slicer is not connected to it. So there is something, if you right click on the slicer and you go to connections, report connections, there you can see all your pivots. So depending on the pivots you want connected to the chart, once you select it, before I do that, I want to know the chart that has this trend. Pivot chart 9, so I will not connect it. Let it be static. So right click and go to report connections, and you check every one. Since 9 is already a year trend, I don't want it changed, so I'm going to leave it like that. So if I take it back here and I put let me do something in the slicer, hide data with no values. Yeah, so this is our slicer. Oh yes, slicer. So if I select a year, it filters the values for that year. See 2010, this is the sales for 2010. 2011, this is this revenue, the details for 2011 only. 2013, 2012, 2013, and the rest of them. They're all connected, so it's pretty much dynamic. If you notice, this is not changing. This is connected to pivot table 9. Since it's a year trend, I disconnected it. But if I want to add it, I'll just go to report connections and check it. And then you see it apply. So this was the reason I didn't want to add it. Since it's already year sorted by year, it's going to pick only that year, which does not make much sense. So it's better I just, under report connection, take it off. Oh, good. No, I took it off when it was already on the slicer. Let's put it back. Interesting, and take it off again. Alternatively, I could go to the pivot table and do that. So slicers are pretty interesting stuff. I mean, if you go for an interview or if you go to present to your bosses or anyone, and then you are showing them this dynamic, oh my goodness, they're like, are you from planet Earth or from Mars? Yeah. Okay. That is where. So any questions, please? Questions. Questions, because I'm not going to upload this on YouTube. You're going to do it yourself, right? So I'm sure you all understood.
Okay, please, if you will not upload it on YouTube, I don't know that you still list the parameters we are meant to use onto the dashboard.
No, I'm not listing them. If you did not grab it, so
Okay, so why are you not uploading?
I'm not uploading because people said you understood. You did not answer when I said you understand.
No,
So
no.
people understood. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So James is laughing. You think I'm joking? Okay, no problem. Don't mind. Of course, I'm definitely going to upload. Right. So no questions at the immediate, right? None. Okay, gentlemen and ladies, thank you for your audience. I hope you enjoyed today's class. I mean, there are some colors besides the sum-ifs and the complexity. It was pretty fun. So please, assignments by Saturday, replicate this and explain why, investigate the data, analyze and tell us what made us have higher sales in 2012 compared to the subsequent years. You have the previous year and subsequent year. What made it different? I'm pretty much interested in seeing your line of thoughts and your deductions, everybody. All right, well done. Take care. Have a good night. Okay.